All right, I am here with Charlton Baby Pain Malajika. Charlton, you got a nice big fight coming up on October the 4th. Another Filipino opponent that you're coming up against with a lot of experience. What's your thoughts going into this fight?
Well, I believe, every fight is a test, you understand what I'm saying? So I believe this is one of those tests that can help shape me mentally, physically, so yeah.
38 fights professionally for him. Of course, he's won a lot of those fights as well. What sort of pressure are you feeling going into this?
That's what makes it great, you know. It's challenging, you know. Every fight that you go into needs to be challenging, so if you do win, you've got that feeling that you have, like, it wasn't for nothing. It's going to be a tough fight, you know. I believe it's experience versus hunger, so yeah.
Looked great in your last fight, though. You came in and really did the job there. Again, I suppose a similar type game plan goes into this fight. The Philippines guys are really tough, really strong coming forward.
Yeah, a bit of a change of style, depending on how he boxes, you understand? Fighters differently, you know. If that's a power puncher, we fight him at the back. I'm a power puncher, I put him on his back leg. So, I'm going to bring my A game, yeah. Definitely.
And I believe as well, like, I mean, with this preparation, this must be a big one for you because next year could be a really big year for you.
It is. I just want to outclass my last performance. I'm hoping I do that in this fight, yeah.
What differences have you seen in yourself in camp going into this one?
More technical training, yeah. A lot of technical training.
And looking at sort of your output and punching power, are we going to be seeing more volume from you in this fight, or can we expect a tactical battle?
That depends. If it's a smart fight, then I'll have to fight smart. If it's a war, then I go to war. Yeah.
We've seen the likes of Sia Kuse. He's now fighting in the Philippines. Of course, you fighting Philippines opponents, but in South Africa.
Yeah.
Do you ever see yourself in the near future, you know, traveling and going out and finding yourself like what he's doing?
Definitely. You know, I think it's every boxer's dream to go out there and represent your country. So, yeah.
And how confident are you now in yourself? You must have seen some things, especially now that you've transitioned into fighting international opponents.
Well, I've always believed in myself. Nothing's changed. So, regardless of the results, I still believe in myself. Yeah.
And I know that whenever we talk about unifying the division one day, and obviously it is a dream for the future, next couple of years that we're looking at. In terms of belts now and direction, which way do you want to go?
That's management. Depends on my management, but then also depends on my performance, if I'm ready to get there. So yeah.
What do you see for yourself? Like, if you had to pick one of the four belts in the world, those big four belts, well, which way would you like to go?
WBC and IBF. Yeah, I think those are the ones that has my attention for now. Yeah.
So WBC obviously very prevalent. Your brother's fighting for the IBF number 2 position coming up soon. Yeah. So, you know, in terms of career path and seeing how his career has been mapped out, you're obviously confident in your promotion and management team to guide you in the same sort of direction.
Definitely. I believe I'm at the best management team, my best training partners as well, so I'm in the right path. Yeah.
And just your natural development as an athlete that you've seen over the years, where you are now, how much room is there to improve?
There's a lot of improvement. There's always room for improvement, So I do believe I can only get better and better. And I believe every day I'm getting better. You know, every day there's a stepping stone. There's new mistakes that you pick up during some fights and you work on it and it just shapes you.
4th of October, it's around the corner from you. It's just like about do you see yourself fighting again before the end of the year, or is this the one that you focused on and then, you know, you clear your schedule for next year?
Whatever comes, I'll be ready. So for now, I just got to focus on this fight, and then we'll see after this fight.
Yeah, I know it's one step at a time, focusing on the fight. Will it be a hard one?
This fight?
Yeah.
Definitely. I do believe he's got experience. So it's going to be if not, he can take fight of the night. Yeah.
Fight of the night. Let's talk about that. What is important to you? Is it about just winning? Is it about putting on a show for the fans? What's in it for you?
Well, I just want to be happy with my performance at the end of the night. And my team also to make them happy, but most important, I have to be happy with myself. Yeah.
You had 2 fights falling off of the tournament. Of course, Kuse was originally scheduled to fight at Empress Palace. Then it was Bevan Sibanda. He unfortunately got injured. Now you find yourself in a position where you're almost at the top. You're obviously sharing it. Michael Head and Brandon Taser is right at the top there. But you know, how important is it for you to shine as an athlete?
Well, to be honest with you, every tournament I'm in, I always try to steal the spotlight. So I'm always trying to look at my best, try to always take fight of the night, and yeah, that's me.
All right, and prediction-wise, can you give us one for this?
Nah, I don't really give predictions. We'll see in the ring how it goes.
All right, but you have a lot of confidence in yourself. I mean, do you anticipate? He's obviously looking at you from the outside. You've got a handful of fights. However, you have beaten one of his countrymen before. Do you think he's looking at you from the outside, thinking this is going to be one of the biggest tests of his career?
I don't know. But if he's doubting me, he's in for a surprise. That's all I know. Yeah.
How much of a factor do you think it is with altitude? I've never seen the guys from the Philippines, guys from Mexico ever struggling with altitude in South Africa. But do you think it does play a role?
I just think it's an excuse, man. Altitude. We train. It's supposed to be fit no matter the altitude. So nah.
Do you ever see yourself training abroad? Anything like that?
Well, preparing for a fight, yeah, but staying abroad, no. I got my family back home, and family's everything. So now.
Obviously, proudly South African, right? Yeah. And wanting to represent your country. When you look at a fight like this, your career is really important, obviously elevating in life. But national pride, does that play a factor here?
Well, I do believe it does. Especially fighting an experienced boxer like he is. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. As I mentioned before, he comes in here. Obviously, he's got to be full of confidence, right? Yeah. He's had the experience, he's got the fights, but when he comes into the fights, I'm not sure on his style specifically, but do you imagine that he's going to come to knock your head off?
If he can, he'll try, but he'll be in for a surprise. That's all I'm saying. I'm a Malajika at heart, so I fight. I'm born for this.
I saw you guys last evening. The pictures at least came back last evening. I don't know when it was. Fighting each other in the ring, or sparring, but without headgear, right?
No, it was with headgear.
Oh, it was with headgear. Yeah. The pictures were without headgear. How did that go with you and your brother?
Doing well. It's always pressure. Gotta think. Yeah. I believe boxing's like a game of chess. One wrong move, checkmate for the opponent. So yeah.
What happened in the dynamic of your brotherhood? Because when Ricardo turned pro, when you first turned pro, there was more of a competitive edge between the two of you. It seems more like a mutual respect nowadays. You both want each other to sort of climb the ladder and become what you want to become.
Well, we do. We use it as motivation. Sometimes I'll tell him that he's gonna fight under my belt one day. It's a bit of a motivational factor for us. Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously now with both training under Manny Fernandez as well. As your career has gone on, are you getting stronger under his guidance?
Based on performance, numbers don't lie. So I am getting better, yeah.
And where do you see your future going with Manny in your corner and obviously Richard Fernandez as well?
Well, I do believe I can unify. I've got a great team, so the long-term goal is to unify. I've got a great team. I've just got to put in the work and yeah.
As you sit here today, you're going into the biggest fight of your career. Mentally, do you channel one at a time or do you dream?
One at a time.
One at a time?
Yeah.
So this is the biggest fight of your career so far?
So far, yeah.
All right, you're not going to give us a prediction, so we're going to. We spoke about that before. You like to go in there and just put a good performance on. Do you have a message for him?
No message for him. You'll get it in the ring, yeah.
All right, there we go. Charlton Malajika, thank you very much for joining us on SA Boxing Talk. Just lastly, any thank yous, any shout outs?
I just want to say thank you to my team. Shout out to my sponsors and